Hey guys, it's me, Jack, with my brother, who's called Oh No. I don't know why, but you know, mothers, they're crazy. Don't know what they
Yeah,
named
they
him
are.
this. Yeah. And this video is all about talking about the recent news, updating all the games that we play. So we're going to start with World of Tanks, we're going to Star Trek Online, WarThunder, and then a crazy news article which was in the paper this morning. So, World of Tanks coming up in 9.3. First off, what's your opinion of the 9.3 update?
I mean, those new light tanks are really OP. Some of them need a little bit of a nerf, but really overall, I like the tester. I like the light tanks. Pretty much, it's really good.
Yeah, there are quite a few light tanks. I've just highlighted them up here. The T-37, which will be moving on from the Chaffee on the US tech tree. T-37 at Tier 6, moving on to the M41 Walker Bulldog Tier 7, and the T-49 Tier 8. The T-37 is basically the current Chaffee, but it's at Tier 6, and it doesn't get special light tank. It doesn't get brutal matchmaking like the Chaffee did. The Chaffee will still be at Tier 5, but it will be nerfed. We'll go to that later. Russia has got a new Tier 7 and Tier 8 light tanks.
Hey, don't forget they took out the 76 mil on the Chaffee.
Did they? Oh yeah. Thanks. And then Germany has only got one Tier 8 tank, the how do you pronounce it? Yeah. Spa Panzer
you.
yeah, that one. Yeah, so that's all the new tanks coming on. There's a new mode of strongholds, which I don't really pay attention to. Yeah, that's all the brand new tanks coming in. Changes to vehicles. The Chaffee has been fully rebalanced, which I think is coming on later. The KV-1S, as we all know, is a very overpowered tank. That's been splitting into two tanks. I don't like the KV-85 and the new KV-1S. How about you?
I've tried the KV1, the KV1S. Uh, I guess it's nice for its tier, I guess.
Yeah. At Tier 6 though, I prefer the T-150.
T150's always been my brawling tank, but I prefer the KV2.
Yeah, I think everyone does. Um, yeah. Some new HD tanks. All the new tanks are in HD rendering. Also the T-34, IS-7, ISU-152, M5 Stuart, M3 Lee, and the Jag Panther are now in the HD rendering field visual thingy.
Which I'm still kind of questioning why they did the M3 Lee, but
Yeah, I mean, who plays that?
I mean, you have to. You kind of
Yeah, I mean, I played it, and then I got the T1 Heavy, and then I don't think I've played that ever. I think I played like 3 games.
I've done both grants.
Did you?
Yeah, I've done both grants for the Sherman and the T1 Heavy.
Oh, okay. Wow. I feel sorry for you.
Well, I did get my mastery badge on my M3 Lee. Yay me.
Oh, well, it's not hard, really. Especially with the M3 Lee. Yeah. Yeah. The M46 Patton's got slightly better suspension. I'm just going to scroll gently down here so that you guys can read it. I'm not going to read it all. Yeah, the PZ-SFL-5 Tier 7 German tank destroyer has actually been renamed to its actual rename of Sturrenmehl. I don't know if I pronounced that properly.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And then there are small changes. Oh, the Muravanka map has been made bigger from 800 by 800 to 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer.
And they took out the Magic Forest.
Yeah, they took out the Magic Forest.
So no lagging, guys.
I liked the Magic Forest because I could just hide there in the Dicker Max. I loved that tank. It was just in the Magic Forest and they could just like kill everything.
I could not stand the Magic
Oh,
Forest.
I loved it because you
I
could just like
couldn't.
hide in it.
I couldn't go in there. It just
Yeah.
lagged me out, and it was pretty ridiculous when tanks can like spot you, and then like everyone starts shooting at you because you've been spotted in the Magic Forest.
Mm. I don't like the changes they made to it because I feel like in the patches, recent patches, they've basically in ages ago they nerfed the SPGs and then everyone was like, yay, you nerfed them. But now in the recent patches it looks as if instead of nerfing the tank destroyers directly, which they have actually done, they're nerfing the maps to be less tank destroyer friendly.
I mean, nobody wants their tank destroyer front to be gone.
I know.
It's World of Tanks.
They're focusing on like heavy tanks. They want people to play that.
Well, I just got shot by a heat round from the Panzer IV.
Oh yeah. My brother is playing WorldOfTanks as we speak. Are you playing the test server or the normal server?
I'm playing live.
Ah, live. Okay. The BERT, the SPG, the FV304 has been nerfed considerably. Both guns have basically had their accuracy destroyed, etc. Traverse speed reduced, terrain resistance increased, etc. The M18 Hellcat, same kettle of fish. Accuracy reduced, reversing speed reduced, etc. M24 Chaffee, it's in HD, basically nerfed apart from its top speed, which has been buffed to 72 kilometers an hour. The M5 Stuart, HD quality, it's got its big gun removed.
Personally, I think the Chaffee drivers are not going to be really happy about this new patch.
No, but the thing is, then they're not going to get into tier 10 matches, and, you know...
Yeah, but they lost their trolley 76 mil.
That's on the T37 though, tier 6.
But still, at tier 5, I mean, you can pen tier 10s with it.
Yeah, but he's not going up against tier 10s now. So...
I'm one of those old Chaffee drivers.
I've never driven the Chaffee apart from in test servers. Couldn't be bothered with the grind. Yeah, so I think that's essentially it with the 9.3 test server. I'm just scrolling up and down the page so that if you want to read, you can. You can just stop the video. Yeah. Okay then. So moving on to WarThunder, yeah? That next? Yeah.
WarThunder?
WarThunder. New aircrafts. So, dear players, we'd like to present to you a selection of the most interesting articles in our developer diaries with the new additions to the Air Force on WarThunder that you can expect in update 1.43. The KI-43 number 2, which is American. I'll show you all these pictures in a bit. A couple of Americans, you can look, it looks like the KI-43 is a prop plane. There's a jet plane. I don't really pay attention to WarThunder.
Well, B-20, B-25, right? You got one?
No, the B-57.
No, the B-57.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, that's a new American jet bomber.
yeah,
The Russians get one too.
Yeah, the Germans get one as well. The Germans. This bomber looks very modern to be in a World War II game.
I mean, the Horten 229.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a fighter bomber. It does have 30mm cannons on it.
Yeah, but it
And
looks too
it's
modern.
a flying wing. It's a flying wing.
It looks really modern though. Like the B-57, that doesn't look that modern, but the Horten 229, that looks really, really modern to be in a World War II game.
Well, it's not really World War II game. It's Cold War.
Nothing happened in the Cold War.
I mean, there were tensions between.
Yeah, there were tensions, but like no actual combat.
Well, they were little small wars.
Yeah, but those were insignificant. In the overall thing, it was basically...
Really,
It
because
was...
the F-15 was taking on the F-86.
In the large infrastructure of the world, it was based... The Cold War was basically, I'm pointing a nuke at you, you're pointing a nuke at me. That was basically it. It was basically neither country wanted to do anything because they were afraid of starting a nuclear war, and they basically just sent spies to each other country and like, oh, we can find out what you're doing, but you know what we're doing because you have spies. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna have negative 10 views.
Gonna lose a couple of subscribers to it.
Yeah, probably. I don't care about subscribers though.
Hey. Subscribers is what make your channel.
Yeah, but I'll just do the channel for the fun of it. I'm not after subscribers. They will be nice, but still. The Lancaster Mark 1, new British one, the Venom Mark 4. I like the look of it. It's basically the Vampire, but a slightly better version.
Yeah, because you're going down the British line, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going down the British line. Yeah, I'm after that Venom. The J7W1 as a Japanese plane. Yeah, and then the Naknejna Kishuna. I can't pronounce that. Nakajima Kitsuka. There we go. I'm sorry if I offended any Japanese people.
Got knocked out.
So essentially I'm going to have links to all these web pages in the description of the video. You can read all about them, etc. Now on to WarThunder Ground. No, that's... what's this? No, that's developers. Yeah, I've done something with my pages. Okay, we'll go to this one. Developers blog. This is pictures of planes. I don't know what have I done. There we go. New vehicles coming in 1.43. I don't really play ground forces in War Thunder. What about you?
I rarely play it on occasions when I want to take out my flak trucks.
Well, by the looks of it, I think there are a couple more flaks. Yeah, a couple more flaks. Now what I'm looking forward to is the multi-turreted T-35, because you got more than one turret.
I'm looking forward for that new German AA gun.
Yeah, Russians ZSU-37 tank destroyer, multi-turreted T-35, medium tank, T-54 medium tank, ZSU-57-2, self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicle. German, they've got a Flakpanzer 5, a bunch of numbers. Oh, it's a Marder 3, Panzer 3, another Flakpanzer, and a captured KV-1.
With 75.
KW-K40. It's the L11 cannon. Yeah, 75mm. Yeah. So that's War Thunder. Yeah. I think that's basically it for War Thunder. Can you think of anything else?
Not really.
Yeah. On to a game that I bet virtually none of you play. Star Trek Online. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Basically, they're bringing out a new 3D DLC, increasing the... you can only go to level 50, that's the max, but now you can go to level 60. new ships, new maps, etc. Yeah. And that's basically talking about the Delta Quadrant, etc. I'll post a link to the webpage in the thingy, the description of the video. You don't play Star Trek Online, do you?
I've tried it.
Right.
Didn't like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. It's a very, very, very sort of, if you don't like it, then you're not really going to play a game. Like every other game in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, now, this is the main reason why I wanted to make this video. It was something that I read in the paper. Now, this was in a national paper, English paper.
Yeah, he reads them for me.
Yeah. And the title is "They're Invading a Terrified Couple Under Attack from Aggressive Venomous Spiders." Now, in the article, it basically talks about how these ginormous I'm going to scroll past that. I'm not going to use this webpage because it's got images on which I don't want to show people. Yeah. So basically, it was talking about how these like giant spiders were like blinding people by biting them. And the pictures they used was this like tiny house spider in a glass jar. And I was just thinking, it got me thinking about how the media twists our perspective of stories. Do you get that over in America?
Not really. Not in that sort. More like in business and military-wise. That's what we get our little twists and turns.
Yeah, we get that over here. The media twists like stories to make it sound worse than they actually are. And it was just, I was reading this article and it just made me completely just horrified for what we've been told in the newspapers, which probably will be lies. Yeah. Also in recent news, Scottish have declared that they don't want to become independent and their First Minister has resigned. So, yep. Anyways,
Try again next time.
Yeah, try again next time. Anyway, to all my 8 subscribers, including you, my brother, who is name don't know, I will post videos occasionally when I want to. So, yeah. See you around. Do you have any last words, brother?
I'll send you to Auschwitz.
Okay, yeah. He's a Nazi secretly.
Yeah, I'm a communist.
No, okay, fair enough. Well, okay, goodbye then. Goodbye.